Reading time is the best for me. So gather around, let's all take part. Open a book and open your heart. Reading aloud, it's what we do. With Daddy and Declyn and you too. Welcome to Daddy and Declyn Read Aloud.
Hi there, welcome back. Once again, we're going to do a
Daddy and Declyn Read Aloud.
Daddy and Declyn Read Aloud. Today we have another special book. This one is called Through the Window, The Power of Perspective. This is the third book that I've written. And Declyn, you want to tell them who's starring in this book today?
Blue.
We're bringing Blue back. He was our very special beagle. And this story is going to be about him once again. Are you ready, buddy?
Yes.
It was going to be another rainy day indoors for me. Good old Blue, as Dad says. I'm not a big fan of the rain. Well, let me correct that. I love to play in the rain. But it's not worth the extra fuss Dad makes when I come in super wet and muddy. Does this guy not know how much fun it actually is? If he would just give it a chance and roll around in the mud and cut loose, now that would be the day. Until then, I'm stuck just watching it.
Of course not, you would. Of course you would not.
The only time I'm really allowed out in this weather is to potty. And even then, I have to get back inside as soon as possible. Goodness, I can't even take the time to locate the best spot to let the whole world know it belongs to me. On a day exactly like this, I saw him for the first time. He was a bright orange cat and seemed to be well fed. That's a polite way of saying he was quite round. Now that I think of it, I've only ever heard Mom and Dad describe animals that way, never people. And I've seen some round ones come and go. Trust me, they were well fed in this house too. I should know. I put on my best sad face, hoping for a share, and they just laugh and eat. Honestly, it's completely rude. After all, the food belongs to this house, and so do I. That means I should have more right to it. But Mom and Dad say, be nice to our guests.
Yeah.
They always tell guests to ignore me because I'm well fed. There it is again, those words, well fed. You think Blue was well fed?
Yes.
Yes. That particular day, the orange cat walked through the rain to the space under our porch. Wait, I thought. You have all the opportunity in the world to play in the rain, and you want to come under the porch and get out of it? Some animals have all the luck and don't even use it. That's when we locked eyes through the window. He froze when he spotted me. I'm not sure why. I was literally on the other side of the glass. I wasn't allowed out to play, and I didn't even need to potty. Either way, he just stared at me nervously. I let out a couple of barks, just trying to tell him, go play in the rain. Apparently, he didn't speak bark, or at least pretended not to, because he turned and ran away, up and over the fence. Now wait just a minute. How did he jump the fence like that? I couldn't even imagine being able to do that. Not only did he get to play in the rain, but apparently he could go anywhere he wanted, and fences didn't matter. Oh, what life would be like if I could go over the fence. I mean, look at the woods beyond. Oh, the smells and trails I could experience.
He really wanted to.
While I like my yard, honestly, it gets boring. You see, I'm a beagle, and it's my duty to smell the scent of every activity in the backyard. If it was once there, I can tell you what it was and which way it went, at least until I run into the fence. I could tell you so much more if I could just keep following the trails. My backyard is limited, and most days it's the same. You'll know when something new shows up because I get so excited. He did, didn't he? Imagine if I could reach those woods. I would probably go nuts. The next morning came, and guess what? No rain. I got so excited because that meant Dad was going to take me for a walk. New smells are my specialty, and walks are full of them. We started out and I was ready. Then I noticed something in the distance, behind the fence. It was the orange cat lying under a tree. Seriously? All these smells and trails out here, and you're just lying under a tree? You have the whole world, freedom all around you, and you're wasting the morning? Does he not know how great he has it? That's when he saw us and quickly ran up the tree. Wait, he could run up trees too? That's crazy. He truly had limitless abilities. I've never gotten to smell up a tree. His life seemed too much. He was so lucky.
It wasn't.
On with our walk. But then I thought about it. I was on a leash. That's what you call a long rope that keeps me from going where I want. Dad let me go, but only as far as that rope allows. So this cat never has to worry about a leash anywhere he goes. I'm telling you, that cat is so lucky. I decided not to think too much about it. I didn't want to ruin my time with Dad. Leash or not, I wasn't fenced in right now, and we were on our walk. The only thing I don't like about walks is the way they end. Mom and Dad start getting ready, which is code for, we're going to leave Blue home all day by himself for hours upon hours. They even take my baby brother with them. Who's that?
Me.
I don't think he really wants to go. He just lays there and sometimes even cries. See, Mom and Dad? He wants to stay with me, and you're making him sad. But they take him anyway. They pat me on the head every time and say, see you later, buddy. Be good. Why do they always say be good? There isn't much to do but sleep. What kind of trouble do they think I'm going to get into? Not long after they left, I looked out the window and spotted that same orange cat. He had just come over the fence again, walking low to the ground. What in the world was he doing? Then I noticed, just out of reach, a bird with its back to him. He was sneaking up on the bird. So he gets to play with birds too? His life really is the best. I got so excited for them both that I barked, letting them know how much I wanted to play too. The bird looked up, saw the cat, saw me, and quickly took to the air faster than I've ever seen. The cat jumped towards the bird, but missed. Oh, what a fun game that had to be. Then it got weird. The cat looked at me with curiosity and frustration. Slowly he walked closer to where I was, on the other side of the window. His nervous stare never left me. Closer and closer he came, until he seemed to realize I couldn't reach him. This window kept me on the other side. He stared, studying me. Then he let out a couple of meows and took off back over the fence. Was he taunting me? That sure didn't feel very nice. So I did the only thing that seemed right in the moment. I ate the breakfast Dad left me and took my morning nap in my soft bed by the window. I must have been sleeping well because I didn't wake up until Dad got home. The garage door opened and in he came. I'll be honest, I go absolutely nuts when this happens. I love when Mom and Dad come home, especially when they bring my little brother with them. I know he's a human baby, but they call him my brother, and that's fine with me. Did he go nuts when he came home?
Yes.
Yes. Crazy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Dad barely gets in the door before I'm bouncing all around him. So excited. I can't help it. I love this man. Then he says my favorite words. Want to go outside, Blue? If I could talk, I'd probably say something like, does ice cream melt in the sun? That's how silly I think this question is. Instead, I just bark like crazy. He gets the idea. The best part is that Dad comes outside with me. He opened the door and I darted out, only to spot the orange cat lying in the mulch. That's these tiny pieces of wood that Mom and Dad put around flowers for some reason. Why on earth would anyone want to lie there? That would hurt, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm.
Yes, it would.
The cat spotted me too. We stared for a moment. Then he jumped the fence so fast I didn't even realize I hadn't moved yet. The abilities of this cat. Dad saw him too and shook his head. Blue, he said, you are so lucky you don't have that cat's life. Wait, what? Did Dad not know about the freedom and all the wonderful things that cat got to do? Obviously, Dad didn't know what he was talking about. That cat got to play in the rain and mud anytime he wanted. No fence contained him. He could climb any tree. He never had a leash, and he even got to play with birds. Surely there was even more. But then Dad said something that didn't make sense to me at the time. He said, you are lucky to have a family that loves and takes care of you. You are lucky to be kept warm and out of the weather. You are lucky to know where your next meal is coming from. You are lucky not to have to live scared of everything around you because you have a family to keep you safe.
Yes.
I thought for a moment, but I wasn't sure what he meant. From what I could see, that cat was living his best life. So I decided not to waste time thinking about it. It was playtime outside. Later that night, I was lying in my bed by the window as it began to get dark. The rain started falling again. That's when I saw the orange cat approaching the porch. At first I thought, here we go again. You're not even going to enjoy the rain, and now you're here to rub it in. But then I noticed something different. He was looking straight at me.
Mm-hmm.
And it hit me. He was having thoughts about me too. Only his thoughts must have been different. He actually seemed to want what I had. Why? I thought he had it better. And then what?
Then Dad's words came back to me.
Dad's words came back to me. This whole time, I thought about how he got to play in the rain and mud. That was true. But he didn't get to scratch at the door and come back inside when he was done. He didn't have Mom and Dad to clean him up afterward. They fussed about it, sure, but they always did it. This whole time, I thought about how he could jump the fence and go anywhere. That was true too. But I hadn't thought about how the fence kept me safe, reminding me I belong here. This whole time, I thought how cool it was that he could run up trees. It is pretty cool though, isn't it?
Yes.
But he was doing that because he was scared. He wasn't sure if we were going to be nice. This whole time, I was jealous he didn't have a leash. But I realized Dad used it to keep me safe. He knew that once I got on a scent, I stopped paying attention to everything else. The leash kept me from harm. It kept us together. And that day, with the bird, I thought it was a game. But the cat was actually hunting for food. Wow. I couldn't imagine having to live like that. Dad just puts food out for me every day. And I love that. What I hadn't realized was that the cat was looking at me the same way I was looking at him. We were both imagining what it would be like to live a different life.
Yes. They both were.
That's when I realized something important. I have it really great here with Mom, Dad, and my new little brother.
Mm-hmm.
Just because another animal seems to have it better doesn't mean they really do. I have it great. This is what Dad was trying to tell me that day in the backyard, that I'm lucky to be surrounded by so much love. Not everyone in this world gets to experience that. He was right. Sometimes we get caught up wishing for a different life. But when we feel that way, we have to do something important. Look at it from a different perspective. That means seeing things as they are for others. From this day forward, I'm going to be extra grateful for my life and for the family I get to call mine.
Yes.
Sometimes we do that, don't we, buddy?
Yes, he really was.
Sometimes we do that. We think, man, we sure would like to know what they have.
Yeah.
And we forget that we're so loved right here, aren't we?
Yes.
You want to tell them anything else?
Thank you for watching our new episode.
We'll see you next time on Daddy and Declyn.
Read aloud.
Bye.
Bye.